Welcome to Dark Age Growing. Working on finishing setting up. Sorry I was a little behind on getting this out today. But we're gonna make this happen. Just checking my signal. See if it's working. And just let me know in the comments if you can hear me and see me. That'd be great. And just let me know. Okay, that seems to be working. Cool. Alright, so let me see if I can get us a better angle of things where I'm not in some crazy light going on. Trying a different spot. It was a little loud in the other area. Alright. Harvest season's coming. Kind of crazy. It's already first week of September's gone and kids are going back to school. I don't know if anybody out there is paying attention, but middle of the US is about to get a major cold front come through. Luckily it sounds like it's gonna miss the corn, the soy. Not that I eat that stuff too much, but US food system is being hit pretty hard right now. I guess the hurricane came through and destroyed a bunch of the rice. The derecho came through and destroyed a bunch of the corn in Iowa. And yeah, it's just a sad state of the world that we're losing food like that left and right. Now, okay, hold on. What is going on here? Am I trying to connect into Wi-Fi? Ah, no? Alright. Saying that I've got a poor connection here, that's annoying. There's the frame rate drop. Damn it! Wonder what people are doing out there. If they're keeping busy in the gardens or if they've forgotten all about them. If nothing else, let me know in the comments after this video posts. How's your garden doing? Is it producing the food that you were expecting? Are you having more issues than you were expecting with it? Just let me know. That's important to know, and I want to be able to help you guys. It's been bad. I haven't really been able to post videos, and I'm really sorry about that. Things have been crazy. And Wi-Fi or the internet is not working well. Damn it. Okay, sorry about that. Oh. So weird. The way the world is keeping us apart right now. With, everything that's going on. Separation and, limited seeing each other is a problem. Should give people lots of time to work in their gardens, but I know that they aren't. Now, gonna have to make a little adjustment here. Excuse the fingers. Try to drop some, or stop the frame dropping. Sorry about that. So, welcome to the stream. Anyone that's coming in a little late, you haven't missed much. Just a little bit of rambling. But, kids are supposed to be back in school right now. A lot of them are still at home. People are picking from their gardens, picking from their orchards, harvesting. Any issues you guys are having with your... You know, this... Shoot. As much as I want to be here for you guys in this live stream, it's just not working out for me today. The connection that I've got doesn't seem to be doing very good. And seems that people are busy doing other things, and I understand that. I'm not the... Oh, hey Don. How's it going? Just wondering if I was all alone in here. Or if it was just that the notifications took a little while to get out. I was late on getting notifications. Hey, My Skies 5D. There we go. We got some people in here now. Oh man, I was all alone for like the first 10 minutes or so. Yeah, internet. Everything's bad. So it's staying connected. Hello from Florida. Says Gene W. How's everybody doing tonight? I don't know if you saw the little post that I made earlier, about a half an hour ago. Saying, hey, come on by in half an hour and I'll have this video. My oh geez, large zucchini. I got my other zucchini over here. I'm gonna grab that one for you guys real quick. So this one's not as big. Ooh, out sitting out by the beaver pond. I'm doing good. How are you guys? That's a decent sized zucchini. I was leaving this on the plant for as long as I could. I'll cut this thing open, collect seeds out of it. Got one more about this size. Well, a little bit longer actually. Plants did decent this year. Started out real slow. They were giving me a lot of blossom and rot for the beginning of it. And then let me see here, current bit rate slower than recommended. Shoot. Hey there, CT Mom, how's it doing? So I managed to, oh, let's see here. CT Mom, busy canning 48 a dozen pints of quarter tomatoes. Maybe 2 dozen pints of quarter tomatoes. I'm not growing a ton this year. I've got a smaller space, fewer plants than last year from the tomatoes. Been busy getting orders done for people, getting a bunch of seeds ready to ship out. Oregon Farm Girl. Yeah. Yeah, things were slow starting here too, Oregon Farm Girl says. Yep. Let's see here. Don, I'm great. Day is good. The day in the garden is good for my soul, yep. CT Mom, powdery mildew on the zucchini, summer squash, and delicata. Remove the leaves, increasing airflow. Yep. That was my problem at the beginning of the year too. I was too crowded. Had a ton of the nasturtiums covering everything up, and I just didn't have the airflow. Yeah, there's a lot of things that are selling out G&W. I'm working on. I'm trying to sell as much of it out as I can. Basically, there's certain laws in place that reduce the ways that I can sell seeds if they're more than a year old. That's kind of annoying. Let's see here. Don, I'm in zone 8. Do I start onions from seed now? I know of some people that will start their onion seeds in the fall. I think that it's probably still a little bit too early. But then putting them out in the early spring, it would be the right time to put out the sets. Putting out garlic starts in zone 8 is usually like a October or November thing. Yeah, I actually added a bunch more to the website most recently. Haven't had time to find pictures, put up pictures and full descriptions on things, but there's a lot on there still. I've just been selling out of the 55 cents. I wish I sold garlic starts. I'm trying to find a source that I can sell them and be a reasonable price for you guys. It's tough to find them when I'm still a small seed company as I am. Let's see here. Hey there, Melody. How's it going? If my video is a little bit having a little bit of an issue, it's just because I'm having bad reception. Okay, so my Sky 5D heard 5G on Tuesday. Really don't know what it's all about. Oh yeah, I'm not the expert on 5G either, but I'd say that they've got the towers up. They're working on turning them all on already, and there's some science showing both sides of the coin on whether or not it's really bad for people or not. I know that some plants won't grow directly next to Wi-Fi routers. There's been some weird studies done where people would put their seedlings. They would try to start seedlings on top of their Wi-Fi router, and then some that they were starting same soil, same water, same light, a little farther away from the Wi-Fi router, and they were getting different type of results out of them. Yeah, so the electromagnetic rays or electromagnetic frequencies that come off of those towers, I don't know. I think it's not the best for people to be directly around the towers, as it were. I'm just checking to see. Every once in a while I check to make sure that everything's still online and going good. I'm trying to think. Seed saving. Saved a bunch of seed from my kale this year. Gonna save some from my zucchinis this year. Um, yeah, I've heard bad things about 5G too, but it seems like it's what the powers that be want us to have. Lifting glad bulbs. Flowerings are over, the leaves are strong still. Leave them as long as the leaves are strong and there's no chance of frost. So so long as you have good leaves on your glad bulbs, keep them in the ground. They're putting more energy into the bulb. Okay, my sky's 5D. Trust that we are more resilient and adaptive than 5G or anything else that they have. That's why they push the fear narrative of it so much. They want us to lock us into that belief. Yeah. CT Mom, on a gardening related note, I scored 4 huge bags of black mulch today off the local free cycle. Nice. Able to spruce up the front yard. That's nice. Haven't been able to grow cucumbers this year. My neighbors have the same thing problem. Yeah, Don, my cucumbers aren't doing so good. My neighbor got 1 or 2 cucumbers off their plant, but I haven't been able to. Okay. So I'm gonna skip that comment from 5D this time. Not really on topic. I'm going to try to keep on gardening topics. Thank you for the information, though. I like to see that type of information. Love that in the comments and stuff. Gene W, can I start spinach from cuttings? It's the Malabar spinach. Yes, Malabar spinach. Take the cutting. I'd say 3-4 inches long. Take all the leaves off the stem, except for like the top 2. From an end point, so you're going to be taking one of the points and it's going to have like 2 leaves out there in the end area. Take the rest of them off, stick it in the sand and soil mix, keep it really moist. If you have a rooting compound, use rooting compound. If you have honey or aloe vera or willow bark, any of those will work great as a cutting medium. Let's see here. So CT Mom's got the cukes. That's great to see. And yeah, I saw the picture, deliberately creative, of your spaghetti squash, or your short video. And yeah, I don't know. Something came out and got it. It's unfortunate. Don, harvesting sweet are still really small. I just kind of pulled back the soil just a little bit to look. They are developing, and so long as it stays warm, I might get a couple. But the sweet potatoes underneath my plants, they're small right now. I got them in the ground a little late. Oh, jeez. So, I don't know if anybody else is growing aloe vera at home. I started growing a couple this year. It's a great house plant to grow. They're real easy to propagate. I took actually a cat took off one of my leaves, and I'm like, okay, I don't want to use this right now. I'm gonna stick it back in the soil, and I just kept that thing watered, and it's actually got like a couple of extra little babies now. So the Malabar gave you seeds, and I want to say it will start from cutting, but apparently lots of goats love it, so I had to start over. Let's see here. Aloe vera, we'll use it. Work in water if we don't have anything else. Yeah, add a little bit of honey, add a little bit of aloe vera into your water, and that actually works out. Yeah, it's Don. I kill aloe vera plants all the time. I almost killed mine. I've taken to watering it less frequently. And so long as it's got full sun or a sunny window, and I just water it less frequently, it does alright. And it's good to see that you're growing some too, Gene. I've actually been growing some dragon fruit. Uh, the dragon fruit cactus. It's kind of fun. Oh, and apparently I'm growing a catnip in this planter also. But yeah, this is dragon fruit. Just got it growing outside right now. I would say so. Double check it. I could be there to starting a plant, but definitely something to think about. Dragon fruit's cool. It's a very tropical plant. I've got another one here. This one's been sat on by a cat several times, so it's not looking as great. But they're a tropical plant. I bring them in during the winter. These are actually probably 3 years old at this point. I've got 2 cuttings that I started a little bit. Let's see here, what did I do? When the leaf broke off, I put it in some water. I think I gave it a little bit of honey, and that seemed to work. Bought a bag of mixed onion sets this year. Now have small pearl onions pushed up to ground level. Does this mean it's time to harvest it? You now have small pearl white onions pushed up into ground level. So yeah, if the leaves are dead on the tops of your onions, then it's definitely time to harvest. If the leaves are still green and growing, they're still putting a little bit of energy into the onions, and you might get them to grow a little bit bigger. But they can be harvested at almost any size. If they're harvested small, really small, then they won't last as long on the shelf. But pearl onions, yeah, just clean them up and freeze them, and they'll last a year. Double or triple bag them if you're freezing onions, though, for storage, because they will give flavor. They will give off flavor through a single layer of plastic bag. Something to think about if you're storing onions that way. But yeah, the dragon fruits, like I was saying, those things I started from seed 3 years ago, and it's probably going to be another year or two before they would before the dragon fruits will even think about producing any fruit for me. Deliberately creative. What would be a good late season to plant where the potatoes were harvested from? Okay, so things to plant after your potatoes are harvested out of it. Kale, spinach, carrots, lettuce. Those are all good ones to plant into that type of ground. And CT Mom, yeah, just keep them going for as long as the leaves are green, and they'll add a little bit more. Oh, sure. Creamed pearl onions are a Thanksgiving staple around here. That's awesome. Yeah, that's a good way of using them. I don't think I've tried that before. I usually, with the pearl onions, I usually end up sauteing them and having them as a extra bit of texture. My friend, he's a big fan. Sure. What's your friend? I'll definitely give him a shout out. No problem. Do I have a late season seed kit put together? I'm in the process of putting together a late season seed kit, or at least making a tab on my website that says, hey, these are great late season seeds. Plant them now or first thing in the spring. Pearl onions and roast beef, Jane says. That's awesome. Yeah, that's... My mouth is watering. Let's see here. Catnip. I don't know if you guys have gotten grow catnip or any other mints. The So this is catnip seed, and the majority of this bunch is gray, and the seeds are hard in it. So what I'm gonna end up doing, I know that it's ready to harvest because the seeds are just falling out of it. Which means I'm gonna have a lot of catnip around because I didn't bag it or take it off earlier from my plant. So in the areas that my catnip's growing, I know that I now have, unfortunately for my cats, a lot of catnip for next year. Already growing in the garden, most likely. And then to get it to come out at a faster rate, I would actually take large chunks of this, put it in a brown paper bag, and break it up. This is a 80% dry, I'd say. Oops, 80% dry seed. I'd still leave it in a paper bag or an envelope until probably another 2 to 4 weeks. And then it can be stored in a glass or plastic container for as long as you want to keep it. Let's see here. Receiving Mom. My cat mint has purple flowers. Yeah, my catnip had white flowers on it. Kind of interesting. Miss who you wanted. Let's see here. Oops. Okay, hold on. Ah, shoot. Something happened. Sorry. Something weird happened. Okay, so let's see here. Don said, CT Mom, my carry bag, my carries came up and then disappeared with the high heat. I wonder if they'll come back. Developed, so that's kind of cool. If you want to keep it going, I would collect cuttings off your basil, maybe bring them inside, grow them inside on a window. I'm gonna go ahead and shout him out. He has a nice YouTube channel. It's mostly instrumental or musical with sky photography and videos. It's pretty cool. Just a laid-back channel. Hang out with him once in a while. Let's see here. My carrots. Don, I think it's pretty hardy. 5 minus guys 5D. Hilarious. Never knew those were extra emojis. Stay at home. Okay, Nick Gurr. So Nick Gurr, I got a friend of yours here says hi, and he wanted me to give you a shout out. So Nick Gurr, if you have a YouTube channel, I'll definitely take a look at it. And if not, have a great day, Nick Gurr. Now I've got a handful of mint seed that I don't know what I want to do. Oh, sorry. Buffering. Basil, yes, the stem of basil can get a little bit woody. I would say that if you want to keep it growing, though, to either bring it inside or make cuttings. Basils take from cuttings really easily. Take 3-inch, 4-inch long of a tip and stem. Make that into the cutting, take off most of the leaves, put it in some water, and it will grow roots really easily. Okay. Yeah. Oh. That sucks. My connection is so bad. With basil, yeah, just water. Definitely. It's a real easy one to root. Some will, most of them root real easily, the basils, yes. You can definitely still do the honey and or aloe vera. Don't use the shelf stabilized aloe vera though, if you aren't growing your own aloe vera. But just water. I see people do that with water all the time. Yeah. What I was saying. Got a handful of mint seed. I've got to find a spot to put them. Give me just a second. All right. Let's see. Okay. Okay. I'm trying to think here. We got. Oh, we can do a quick walkabout. Okay. I'm gonna take you guys on a quick walk about the garden, see what's going on. Not a lot's changed really from last week. Not around here. How about you guys? What's new with you? Anything fun, interesting, crazy? You guys prepping up for snow anywhere? I know parts of Colorado and Idaho are getting ready for some snow. Okay, so yeah, let me just spin this around. Oops. Okay, back that off. Spin around. So it's a bit of a mess right now. Okay, that was annoying. There we go, there we go, there we go. Okay. So my garden's a bit of a mess right now, and things aren't as happy as I would hope. Got zucchini plant right here. My early girl tomato plant. Lighting's bad for this time of day. This was a Bushmaster tomato. Been enjoying a bunch of those. Pulled a couple of gallons of tomatoes off of it. My other zucchini plant right here is just about done. This bush tomato's falling over. Oh yeah, cat. I'll show you the kitty cat in just a second. This bush tomato plant's falling over. Had another tomato right here that was the pomegranate tomato. Pomegranate? No. Yeah, I think it was pomegranate. No. Persimmon. Wow. Persimmon tomato. It's tired and it's done. It never gave me any good tomatoes, actually. That was kind of annoying. And we got Jasper. That's my outdoor kitty cat. Some carrots. Started those a little over a month ago now. Lavender. Couple different types of mints going on over here. I think this was a peppermint, and then oh great, the herd's coming outside. Might have to cut this short. It's gonna get loud. Sage, lemon balm. I need to get these off before they spread too much seed. Thyme, another mint, sunchokes that I started off in the pot, Jerusalem artichokes. Yeah. Then this is my best looking Jerusalem artichoke, going up, 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 up. There's the top, I think. Yep. Um, I don't have my keys to go outside the gate right now. I can kind of spin you around and let you see. Got some tall corn there, and beyond that, I don't know if you can see it or not, is some beans. Then over here, it's my sweet corn. It's finally silking up. I got these in mid-June. They're a peaches and cream variety of sweet corn. Then I got a popcorn growing right next to it. Now, the way that I managed to do the popcorn, I started it earlier. I made sure to cut off all of ready to produce. Tips of the leaves, yeah, getting a little bit dry, crispy. Probably sun thing, partially a partially a water thing. They're growing in grow bags that the water has to stay on them real often. They dry out pretty quick. Now, I want to show you guys something that I'm going to have to tackle soon that you guys might come across too. It's called ants farming aphids. So the ants actually make sure the aphids stay in one area. It's a little bit annoying, but it's what they like to do. They'll actually find aphids in other zones, move them all together, and then the ants will actually collect what's called honeydew from the aphids. It's actually aphid poop, but the ants enjoy it. It's a really sweet, syrupy liquid that comes off the aphids. A little bit disgusting, but that's what the aphids are actually, or the ants are actually doing there, is they're harvesting from the aphids and farming them as though they were cattle. Kind of crazy, kind of annoying. So we got a couple things here. Please talk about disease and pests you come across unhappy and unproductive plants. Yellow edges, zucchini leaves, for example. Okay, so yeah, on the zucchini, so this year I didn't have zucchini issues. Normally, I'd be getting a white, a white fuzzy or dusty powdery mildew. This year, it's something else. I'm actually not entirely sure what it is going on with my zucchinis at this point. It could be this is actually not one that I'm familiar with, unfortunately. Most of my yellowed leaves issues is that I don't have a consistent watering system in place for the garden. That's probably my biggest problem, and something that I'm going to have to tackle in the future. Let's see, everything looked great. All my leaves have holes. Harvesting some of my Jerusalem artichokes tomorrow. Oh, okay, so hold on. You're going to be harvesting from your Jerusalem artichokes? I'm going to tell you something right now. They're probably really small still. The tubers on Jerusalem artichokes do the most swelling as they're flowering and after they're flowering. Okay, hold on. We got somebody new in here. Inner City Shepherdess. I haven't seen you in here before. Mullen has been an absolute miracle worker in my family. Grandma's has COPD, asthma, and oxygen levels went from 85 to 90s. Highly suggest harvesting and storing it up now. I have a lot of mullein seed. I still have one or two of my mullein plants that are 1 year old, but all of the flowers on the mullein are already gone. Were you harvesting the flowers for the tinctures or teas or things like that? I'd really like to know how you guys use mullein. I know that it's great for respiratory. My Skies 5D did the UV. It's the UV. I did a test on the type of weather. It's resistant to tarp out. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, the UV has been an issue. I've seen ants inside my flowers on my squash plants. No aphids or other pests, and certainly not in masses like that. Yeah, it doesn't happen that often. Do aphids cause a black smut, and how do you get rid of it naturally? So I don't know about black smut. To naturally get rid of my aphids, I would be going along. Some of it, the masses, I would probably go in and squash, and then I would follow it up with a Dawn dish soap and maybe a neem oil solution. Powdery mildew, black mildew, don't recognize on the underside of the squash leaves. So the powdery mildew, you can fix that with a milk and water spray, actually. It's kind of interesting. I think it's like 1 part milk, 4 to, maybe even as much as 8 parts water. And you just spray the undersides of the leaves and anywhere that the powdery mildew is just starting to take hold. And then you take the leaves off, the biggest leaves that are covered in powdery mildew off, and take them away, throw them away, burn them, whatever. Just don't let them get into your compost bin if you can, if possible. Let's see here. Matter of fact, I took my endoscope out and took a look at aphids, and they're so prehistoric and monstrous I couldn't keep doing it. Yeah. Good to know. They're all flowering. Cut them back because a storm flattened them. Figured I'd try to make soup of some of them. This is my first time growing them. So the Jerusalem artichoke, yeah, it's best to leave them up until they die back of frost. And even if they're flattened from a storm, unless they're completely broken off, they'll still give some of the nutrients back into the plant, and the tubers will still absorb more. Let's see here. Mullein, it's pretty easy to start from seed. It produces a lot of seed. It's a biennial, so it takes 2 years to actually to get another batch of seed from it. But they like to grow in poor soils and where there's I'm trying to remember now for sure. But it's poor soils and where the soil is not disturbed real frequently. Don, you may not get a harvest or much of a harvest this year off of your Jerusalem artichoke, but you'll still get them to come back. And if you, do some that you leave a couple pieces in the ground, and some that you harvest up and put into bags of soil or sand and leave them in a shed, just to protect them from the worst of the cold. But so long as they have some sort of mulch on them, I'd say that they will do just fine coming back for next year in the spring, even if they're really small. Let's see here, powdery mildew. Yeah, milk and water worked. Then started getting the black mildew. Interesting. I'll have to look into the black mildew. I don't know right off the top of my head. And yeah, fart chokes. Yep. The Jerusalem artichokes in large quantities or even moderate quantities, if your body's not used to eating a lot of the inulin or the indigestible starches and fibers. Yeah, it can definitely let you have a little bit more gas than you're expecting. But the farts that you have off of fart jokes, for the most part, so long as the rest of your gut is healthy, you're not gonna have too much stinkiness to the farts. They just make you fart a little bit more frequently than you expect. Yeah, but that is definitely something to think on when you're getting them. But I'm just trying to think what else there is to cover. I want to make sure that I answer you guys' questions. I got a couple more minutes. I'm gonna sit back down in the shade and get my camera turned back around. Kitty cat, what's going on here? Alright, so let's get my camera turned back around. Get it sitting flatter again. Oh, that's a fun one. Yeah. Make yourself yeah. Methylating soup. Yep. What was unsightly? Sorry. Let's see here. You answered my questions. Thank you. Work on basil this week. Sure. Let me know how it goes. I will. Jeez. I actually didn't grow any basil this year for myself. But I think I've got. I'll pick up a basil at the store. Maybe make a quick video just showing how I would do a cutting off basil. It's super simple though. Definitely just 3 to 5 inches, and take it down to only like the top 2 or 3 leaves at the top of it. The rest of it, stick at least into an inch of water, and try it out. Maybe do 2 different jars, one with water and one with water and aloe or honey, and make a little experiment of it. That's usually what I do. Try it out a couple different jars and see how it works out. I just found a tomato on the ground that had a big. Yeah, I'm in zone 8. All your zucchini and squash has been finished since July. My zucchini came into their prime in August. Really, I was getting the majority of my zucchini off of it in August. But I am zone 8 in the Pacific Northwest. I know that zone 8 in the south is just too hot, and they definitely have to grow things at a different schedule. It's interesting the way that zone 8 works. The woody part of basil root cutting, or only the green part, the woody part should root. Also, you might be able to start those in a soil medium versus just in water, but give it a shot. South Carolina. Yeah, so southeastern part of the U.S. The July and August are crazy. Zone 5B. Yeah, So that's the awesome thing about the cooler climate, people, Pam, is that zucchinis, squash, cucumbers, they will flower and produce throughout the summer because they just don't have as hot a summer. Most of these plants, our tomatoes, our cucumbers, our zucchinis, our summer squashes, they like a they like a cooler summer, or the growing season at any rate. They will try to stop flowering when it's in the 90s. So when you have days that are in the high 80s, low 90s on a regular basis, they pretty much go into shutdown. I'm going to put the last of my energy into whatever fruit I've got on me, and then they'll feel like they're done for the season. My Sky's 5D out at a beaver pond, leg in the muskrat just snuck by me. Oh boy. Starting zucchini and squash now, several months before it gets cold. That's great. Having the time to keep it growing. Then starting now is fine. I know that there's a lot of places that can do that. Up here, I'm a little late to start more, but any of the plants that are growing right now still have the potential to produce. 5D. No, it's just you have to time it right. I didn't time it right the first time. Yeah, starting for the hotter part of the summer. It's tough starting plants in the hotter parts of the year, really. But now's still a good time. Now's a good time to be planting a last batch of bush beans, squash. It's too late for me, but some parts of the country can still get a summer squash in. Peas up here. I'm about to be planting my peas. I've got to wait for the 90-degree days to go away. Let's see here. Pam says it was a hot summer. Finally got some rain, and now it's in the 70s. That's good stuff. I like those types of temperatures. We're in the 80s today. Well, we were supposed to be in the 80s. I don't know that it actually got that hot. Gene W. Shelving unit from Amazon for microgreens to grow inside. That's a good way to do it. That's a good way to do it. What grow lights are you going to be using, Gene? I'd like to know. Let's see here. So, my Sky's 5D is talking about the UV light. Yeah. CT Mom planted 2 types of kale, rainbow charge, something new. Oh, red vein sorrel. So, have you tried sorrel before? I'm gonna tell you right now, you're gonna probably want to cook it. It's sour. It is about the best way to describe sorrel's flavor. And collecting it in the fall after a frost, it shouldn't be as sour, but definitely during the summertime, it's on the extra tart or potentially bitter side. 80s for the next 10 days, says Don Don. CT Mom says, I planted peas and carrots a few weeks ago. Spinach, lettuce are coming next. Later is garlic. Yep, no grower lights. I was going to put them next to the sliding glass door. Okay, you live in Florida. Gene W, yeah. Florida, wow. You could practically grow them outside. CD Mom, everything from seed this year starts, just place the seed starts in front of my southern-facing living room wall windows. Yep. That's a great way to do it. I always thought sorrel tasted like grapes. Well, see, sorrel's a bit on the, I don't know, Maybe it's the type of sorrel that I'm used to. Up here we have a French sorrel that kind of grows wild. And it's on the very tart side. More tart than a green grape. Is it too late to plant potatoes in northeast PA? Probably. With the classification of, if you can give them protection, you can probably grow them. They do well in lower light conditions than people think, and they'll do decent into the later parts of the season. I've actually got a batch of potatoes. I'm probably going to try planting one more batch of potatoes out of the first batch that I've harvested. They're already starting to give me some eyes developing on the potatoes. So in zone 8, I'm going to try a batch, but I know that I can give them some protection. I have a little greenhouse right here that I can give them. I have a bigger greenhouse up at my grandpa's if the weather turns really bad. But even just protecting it with row covers or blankets, if you're going to have a early frost and you expect it to still be mostly the right temperatures, just on the coldest nights, give them a little extra protection. How long do you need to grow potatoes? So, full-size potatoes on a short season, on a short crop, you're probably looking 70 days. But you can get new potatoes in as few as 55 days, I'd say. You could probably start collecting some of the new potatoes. Hey Gene, thanks for mentioning that. The thumbs up definitely help. I'm gonna be wrapping this up. Give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And remember, I've got a website where I sell seeds. It's darkagegrowing.net, so www.darkagegrowing.net. That's the only thing in my description right now. I'll be adding more to the description after this video is done. And I currently have a 20% off coupon for all orders. Save 20, S-A-V-E 20, so S-A-V-E 20, all one word. That'll save you 20% off anything in the seed store. And selections are I think I've got nearly everything posted up onto the site for the year. If you're interested in getting sunchokes, I've got that available in the plant starts area as a pre-order. I'll be shipping those out in October, most likely. Seeds, I plan on shipping these seeds out through December. CT Mom, thank you for that. And yeah, I noticed whenever you and a couple other people purchase, it's awesome that you've purchased from me so frequently. I'd love to see some of your pictures. Gonna sell the catnip. So send me an email. seeds@darkagegrowing.com, and I can make sure that those get out. I haven't been selling most of the seeds that I grow myself. I did that with a couple things, but I just run out of them so quick that I haven't been. But if you send me a message and if you've already got an order going out, I can send some off to you. Thank you. Thank you again, CM, for sharing. That's really great that you guys do that. Yeah, definitely send a message off to any of my emails. I've got photos at darkagegrowing.com available that I like to to have those come into, and I can actually send off a 30% off coupon for people that get me pictures of the plants that they grow, if they're a variety that I grow, or especially if they've already made a purchase from me and those are growing from seeds that I sold them. That'd be great. Thanks for the glowing. So yeah, photos at darkagegrowing.com. Thanks again for all the support, you guys. I've got to wrap that stream up though. Thumbs up. Lots of love, you guys. Stay safe. Grow your gardens good and strong. The world's a crazy place, and I love helping you guys out. Yeah. I don't know what else to say, you guys. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. It's been a blast, and I hope to see you guys all next week.